You saw in pole is Davide Ongaro from Italy for Scuderia Scampirosso. Elliot Boots is second for S-Works, third day runner-up for HB Racing Performer. Marco Rivaglia, the new boy, in fourth, the BeachRC.com wildcard entry from Italy. And in fifth, it's Carl McBride from Infinity and Australia. Marco Buffalo, the Italian, also BeachRC, starts sixth. And Atsushi Hara making his return with a different team from Japan is in seventh. Lee Martin, second Infinity driver, eighth. And we have three S-Works drivers. We have Leonardo Valenti, back from winning RC2 last time round in Fairing. And then we have Misha Vidmar and Juan Carlos Canas, surprisingly low down. Then the two JQ racers, Jose Quagreen and Max Mort. And bringing up the rear, Patrick Hoffer from Switzerland and Scuderia Scampirosso. And it's a proper racing style grid, not much separation for the cars. No pit stops, of course, needed in these first 10 lap races. So on pole, Ongaro. Ongaro, of course, so far has dominated the situation. He's got 4 out of 4 wins. And they're getting ready to go for RCGP round 5, first qualifying race. Now they're away, and it's a good start from second, which then went wrong again for Elliot. He kind of scuffed the corner. And they're away in order. So it's Ongaro over the bridge for the first time from Boots. Third place is Ronafalk. Fourth is Rivaglia. So your lead car, and already pulling away slightly as the orange wingtips of David Ongaro. And then a gaggle of cars in second, third, fourth and fifth. But they come over, that's that start and finish. That will be where the laps are counted from. That's nil laps. They still have to have 10 laps from here. So that first half lap wasn't effectively counted. It's 10.5 laps these races, actually. So can Boots begin to get back up to Ongaro as they go under the bridge for the first time and come underneath our camera position, sweep through the hairpin down the main straight. And the lead was 0.86 of a second after half a lap. Oh, a mistake by Boots. That's going to put him right out of contention. So Boots' mistake there on the step up is the end of his challenge for this race, and he's now gone to next to dead last. So it's now going to be Ongaro against Ronafalk. Ronafalk in the green and yellow car. He's already made a bit of ground up on the Italians. The first, second right together. Now, whilst these two are going round, big change to RCGP rules for this weekend. Those who watched the previous 4 rounds will know in qualifying races, the winner at the end of this round would start dead last. So you come first, you end up starting 14th, come second, 13th. That's been changed this year. This race, they're only reversing the first 7. So 7th becomes first, first becomes 7th. So if Ongaro wins this, he'll only drop as far as 7th. And then 8 to 14 are going to be the same again. We'll probably explain a bit more at the start of the second race, but that's the penalty for winning as such has been reduced. I'll be honest with you, I'm not totally in favour of it, but the drivers thought there was too much carnage at Fairing, and so they wanted to fight with it. So it's Ongaro watching from Ronafalk. Behind them it's Rivaglia, Baruffalo, McBride, Martin, Hara, Valenti, Canas, Mort, and Boots and Quagreen at the back at the moment. As you can see, actually, in a minute, it just looks like Ronafalk beginning to creep up to the back of Ongaro as they fire around the corner again. So that is effectively 2.5 laps of the 10.5 laps. Well, 3 laps now completed, but they have a bit more to go. So the gap that time round was, again, just 0.8 of a second. Ongaro is slightly, they've got a massive gap now between first and third, which is Baruffalo. But these two now, a little bit more distance, they go around the Advertisers Alleyway and up and over the start-finish jump before, Ongaro flat landed that one and lost half a second. And they come down off the Infinity step up, and Ronafalk got away with a minor error as well there. Seeding was decided over 2 laps, yes, there's 2 fastest laps. Ronafalk didn't feel he got 2 really good clean ones together, but Ongaro did win every single one of the seeding practices, so the situation he's in here is not massively surprising. As, again, Ongaro does a little bit of gain away there. Ronafalk, as you can see, coming in now, Ongaro now into the satellite hairpin, because the satellite's behind the hairpin, and through the alleyway. He comes dropping down now again, where he turns back up towards the step up, which is the Infinity step up, and then swoops across the circuit before they come to these switchbacks on the infield before they end up going underneath the bridge. And the gap that time round, they got out to 1.4 seconds, so they're swapping minor mistakes, and if anything, Ronafalk a little bit closer this time, but not close enough to challenge. Baruffalo completely dropped. He's back 5 seconds from the lead and 4 seconds from Ronafalk. And then you have Rivaglia, Lee Martin doing well now in 5th, and McBride. So good run for the Infinity drivers, currently in both 4th and 5th. 5th and 6th, sorry. And then Canas is tied up. Boots got up to 10th now. Now, the interesting thing is, of course, that something the difference between 7th and 8th is really important. If you become 7th, you start first. If you become 8th, you start 8th. So, there's Canas currently in the top bump-up position. And we'll bump into the pole for the second round. Oh, and big mistake by Ronefalk, and that's probably the end of that one. So Ongaro gets away. So let's drop back for a second. And where we're going to go to is we're going to go to the battle. It's Juan Carlos Canas coming out of the bridge now in blue and orange. Car 23, believe us right now. That's the blue and orange car of Canas. Blue and red car. He's now underneath, right underneath Zach right now. Blue and orange 23. Over the bridge now. You need to go forward one car, Harry. Coming into that position there. So Canas still holds 7th, and it's a battle between Valente and Vidmar to try and catch up. That's the final bump-up position, held by Canas. He himself, of course, is trying to catch up to the all-red car. Oh, now Martin now has scored behind him there. That's interesting. Yep, drop back one. So drop back one to the orange and blue. That's Martin now scored 7th. He is fighting for the bump to pole with the 16 car, the new boy, Leonardo Valente. This is the final, just so you know, Ongaro miles ahead as we're just lap 7, so 3 to go. Ronefalk still second, Bruffo third, Valia fourth, and this battle here, and oh, Valente looks up the inside of Martin. They probably, I'm sure they know, but this is for the bump to the pole for next race, a mistake by Martin, but now will Valente get a better drive through Advertise Alley? No. Looking, nibbling around the backside of the, that's more than nibble. Now I think, I'm not sure, yeah, there's a wait there. It was called a wait by Mao, so that's fine. So Valente waits for Martin. My attempt to look at 4 places at once, I can tell you it's still massively in the lead, is Davide Ongaro. But this is a battle for pole for the next race in an hour or so's time. And currently in pole will be Lee Martin. And currently in 8th place, as he is at the moment, will be Leonardo Valente. Valente, of course, won at the RC2 at Fairing a couple of weeks ago. And now he's looking to fight for pole. And they are now beginning their penultimate lap, so 2 laps to go. With the battle between Lee Martin and Leonardo Valente. The battle is, you're thinking, oh, why are you showing me this? It's the battle for pole in the next race. And to be really honest with you, oh, hang on, whoa. Satellite corner right now. Ongaro's made a mistake and Ronefalk's taken the lead. Start finish, Ronefalk in the lead now over start finish and going up over the link. So the mistake by Ongaro coming into the satellite corner just there has put Ronefalk in the lead. Harry, they're about to go in the infield. They're going to go under the bridge any second now. The 2 cars going under the bridge now. That is Ronefalk and Ongaro. Ronefalk is in the lead. It was a mistake by Ongaro, seemingly innocent there. And this is the last lap. So can Ronefalk hold on for the last lap and keep the lead? Ongaro completely cruising to a victory. And then suddenly a mistake made just coming into satellite hairpin. So Ronefalk has a few corners to go to claim an unlikely victory as we are now on the last lap. He's got to get round this corner. He's got to turn round here. He's got to drive round Al-Ghazali. He's got to jump at the finish. And it's going to be an unlikely victory for David Ronefalk. Ronefalk leads. He wins. And it's second. Now quickly, very, very quickly, you need to go to the satellite corner now because the 2 cars racing through. And then there's a mistake by Martin in the last corner. A mistake by Martin just there. And Valente is going to pick up 7th place. Valente comes over the line now in 7th. Wow, 2 changes in the last lap. Ronefalk wins and Valente picks up the pole. All on last lap action. Well, they're certainly delivered in spades there the first race. The biggest surprise, obviously, is that we had an error from Ongaro. That was the massive thing. So the final order is Ronefalk, Ongaro, Barufalo, Ravalia, Canas, Juan Carlos, sorry, it was 5th in the end. Carl McBride was 6th. Valente got the final bump up to pole effectively on the last lap. Lee Martin 8th, Vidmar 9th. Boots only got as far as 10th after a mistake on lap 2. Hoffer, Quagreen, Mort and Hara are your runners and riders. Though, interestingly, that's the overall standings up on. Oh, you've got the overall standings. Wow, that's amazing. So that was just giving you the results of the race so far. Right, we're going to go and try and talk to some people. Well, I can see already waiting for a chat, unsurprisingly, is David Ongaro. So, you getting it yet? Well, David Ongaro, sometimes it just gets handed to you.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it was pretty close speed-wise, I think, between me and Davide. Tried to push a little bit in the start, made a small mistake there, dropped back a few seconds, but I stayed pretty close anyway, so I knew a mistake from him would probably be enough for me to get by, and that's what happened. You know, I'll take it, an extra point for the championship.
Happy with the car?
Yeah, definitely. It's you know, it feels good to drive, it's fast, so you know, it should be exciting.
Great stuff, thank you indeed. And Davide, well, it was all going so well till it all went so wrong.
Yeah, the last lap I made one big mistake on the double before the straight and cost me the first position, but yeah, car was working great and happy about the second place.
Was it just that it was too easy and you lost concentration?
No, I do the same line like always, but I take the pipe and cars flip, so yeah.
Bad luck, but yeah, you're starting 6th next time, not 13th. And now it's Marco Baruffalo. Marco, I'll be honest with you, we didn't show you at all because you just got stuck in 3rd, miles ahead and miles behind. Was it just like, oh, I'll just drive round?
I was slower than the first 2 guys because I have two soft shock soils. So for the next round I will try to make harder and we will see what happens.
Okay, thank you, well done. Right, that is the 1, 2, 3. We will be back with round 2 today, practice qualifying race 2 in about an hour's time. If you are on Facebook, we're very soon going to say goodbye to you, so you need to transfer across to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, wait a couple of minutes. We've got loads more racing action in RC2. We'll see you soon for the next round of RCGP qualifying. Goodbye!